lecture, we will continue our chapter number 5, separation of substances. So, here as you can see, there is one activity in column 1 of table. See, this is the table. So, in a column 1 of the table are given a few processes of separation, the purpose of separation and the way separated components are used in mention in column number 2 and column number 3 respectively. However, the information given in column number 2 and 3 is jumbled up. So, as you can see in this picture, there is one table and have 3 columns. First column is for the separation process. Second is for the purpose for which we do the separation. And last one is for what do we do with the separated component. It means in the first column, separation processes are there. 3 separation process are given here. And in the second column, what is the purpose of that separation process have written in the second column. And in third column, what we will do after the separation process with we get the 2 substances. The separated substances we get by the separation process, and what we will do with that separated components, that is written in a column number 3. But it is misarrangement, so we have to jumbled up with the correct statement. So here first separation process is given. Separate the stone from rice. Separate the stone from rice. If there is impurities in the rice, so we have to separate the impurities from the rice. Here impurities means given the stone, so we have to separate the stone from rice. So what is the purpose of it? Why should we separate the stone from the rice? So to remove impurities or harmful component. Why should we do the separation process with rice? To remove the impurities or harmful component which is not safe to consume it. So we have to remove it from the rice. And after that, what will we do? That separated components, we will throw away the impurities. So here impurities means stones. So we will throw that stone from the rice and mixture of that. So we will get the rice without the stones, without the impurities. So here the separation process of the separate stone from rice. And what is the purpose of it? To remove the impurities or harmful component. We do the separation process here for removing the stone or removing the impurities from the rice. And after that, what we will do with the stones and rice? We will take the rice, but we will throw the stones. We will throw away the impurities. Impurities means here stone. Now second, churning the buttermilk to obtain butter. Churning the buttermilk to obtain a butter. So why should we do that? Why should we do the churning process here? To separate the 2 different but useful component. Here the 2 different component means buttermilk and butter. Both the components are useful for us. Buttermilk also useful for us, and butter is also useful for us. And what we will do that separated components? We use both the components. So because useful, that both the components are useful, so we will use both the components. Now last one, separate the tea leaves. While we are making the tea, we use the strainer to separate the tea leaves from the tea. And after that, the liquid which is there, we will take it. And the tea leaves, we will remove it. So why should we separate the tea leaves from the liquid form of the tea? To removing non-useful component. Here the non-useful component means tea leaves. Tea leaves is non-useful for us. So we will throw it. So we throw away the solid components. Solid components means here the tea leaves is not useful for us. So we will throw it and we will just take the liquid form of the tea. Now we see that before we use the substance, we need to separate harmful or non-useful substance. It means if we purchase the grain, so there may having some impurities like a stone husk or maybe having insects, so that are harmful and non-useful for us. So we have to separate them from the useful component. Useful means here the grain is useful for us, but the impurities which is mixed in it, that is harmful or non-useful for us. So we have to separate it first, and then after we have to use it. Sometimes we separate even useful components if we need to use them separately. If both the components are useful, still we are separate them. Example for, we are, if we having a buttermilk, and by churning process we get the butter on the surface of the buttermilk and butter. Both the component are useful for us, but we want to use separately. We want the butter also from the buttermilk. So we here separation, we do the separation process here to separate the butter from the buttermilk. So here it is not compulsory that we just do the separation process to removing the impurities or removing the harmful substance. No, it is also useful to separate the components which are useful. Both the component if useful, then also we are use the separation process to use that both component separately. The substance to be separated may be particles of different size or material. This may be in any three states of matter. Here the main three states of matter are solid, liquid and gas. What is the fourth state of matter? It is the plasma. Plasma is the fourth state of matter. But here we will study only the three main state of matter, which is the solid, liquid and gas. So the substance which are separated by the separation process, it may having the different size or the materials. It means may we having a, it may we having a different size of fruits here. So we will pick out the same size of fruits, or pick out the same kind of fruits, and we will put it on another place, or in another container, or in another basket. Why? Because it's have a different size, and that are also made from the different material. All that different kind of fruits or vegetables are made from the different type of material. That's why, because of the different size and that different material, we can easily separate them. But so how we separate the substance mixed together if they have so many different properties? But if the substance are mixed together which have different properties, then how can we differentiate it? How can we separate it? So there are some method of separation which is given here: hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, sedimentation, decantation and filtration, which is combined together, and last one is evaporation. So now learn about one of them, separation process, which is hand picking process. So for that, one activity is given here. You may do at your home also. Bring a packet of food grain purchased from the shop to the classroom or at your home. Now spread the grains on a sheet of paper, or may you take the plate also. Spread the grain on the plate. Now you may find that not only one type of grain is in that food grain packet. It may having a stone, it may having a husk, it may having a broken grain, it may having a different particle also. So what should we do to separate it? We will pick out that impurities and we will put it in another place. So this process we call the hand picking process. As its name is also told its meaning, hand picking. So pick out by your hand the impurities. This type of process is called the hand picking process. So if there is having this type of impurities, so we will remove with our hand the piece of stone, husk and the other grains from it. So this type of process we call the hand picking process. This method of hand picking can be used for separating slightly larger sized impurities like the piece of dirt, stone and husk from the wheat, rice or pulses. The quantity of such impurities is also not very large. If we purchase the 1 kg wheat or rice, so if there is the packet of 1 kg wheat, so it may having impurities like a dirt, stone or husk. So we will pick out that impurities by our hand. So and the quantity of that impurities is small. Its quantity is smaller than the grain which we will purchase. In such situation, we find that hand picking is a convenient method of separating substance. So while the hand picking process is convenient for us, when the impurities size is large and the quantity of the impurities is smaller than the grain, whatever the substance we purchased or we have inside it, the impurities quantity is small and size is compared to having a large size, then only we can use that methods, hand picking method. So what is the hand picking process? It is simplest method of separation of substance. This method is used only when unwanted material it means here the impurities which is not useful for us, which is harmful for us, stone, husk, insects, so many impurities or unwanted material are there, which is in a small quantity. It means, see here, in this plate there is the grain and inside it having some impurities. Impurities having a small quantity compared to the grain. So hand picking process we will take in place when the impurities is in a small quantity and have a compared to larger size. So moreover, shape, size or color of the unwanted material is different from that of the useful material. For example,